104, that is planning and management of higher education. And the first assignment is explain the meaning and features of organization development. Suggest organization development intervention for self-renewal of higher education. So you can solve this assignment in this way probably. Organization development is defined as a systematic approach to boost the effectiveness of an individual as well as a business entity. It is planned and designed to solve relevant issues that harm the operational efficiency in organization. Organizational development is also known as OD, and it is considered as an ongoing process of implementing change in an organization. It is achieved by aligning beliefs, attitudes, and values of the employees in a company through the reinforcement of training program. Fundamental concepts of OD, that is organizational development, includes team building, career development, training, coaching, change management, innovation, e-learning, organizational assessments, talent management, and leadership development. So the core value of any organization development is increasing the effectiveness in terms of goals, offering viable opportunities to organization, creating a challenging and exciting work environment. And we know that basic features of organization development are like action research, system approach, problem solving, group processes, feedback, and learning through experiences. So now organization development interventions for self-renewal of higher education institutions can be as follows. So first is preparation, second is respect. Preparation of what? Every single task from the daily routine of educational institute need advanced preparation in order to meet the expectations level and time frame to ensure that the real roadmap of task or session which is to be delivered is chalked in advance as to deliver the program on time as well as without hassle. Now respect, second. So mutual respect should always be there for each other. So that is respect for organization, its ongoing policies, for employees, for mentors or consultants, and respect must be paid for the mutual relationship also. Third is implementation. So how to prepare or make ready the motive of educational institutes, establishment and imparting of higher education successfully. Actually it depends all on implementation. So ultimately what matters is the execution. Next is sharing. So sharing is one of the unique and mandatory activity, and it is to boost the target students and lay emphasis that the learning from session should be shared with other people of organization who were not the part of the session. And the last is maintaining. Maintaining what? One can be prepared well, learn well, shared well, but until and unless the changes that was brought due to session is not maintained, the entire effort becomes meaningless. So the maintenance of the learning or outcome of organizational intervention is important.
Alright.
Now if we talk about MAS 104, second assignment is what is meant by communication. Explain how a teacher in higher education can make his or her communication effective. So we can write this assignment probably in this way, that communication is the act of sharing and receiving information through a variety of media to various individuals. Communication is the sending and receiving of information and can be one-on-one or between groups of people and can be face-to-face or through communication devices. It requires a sender, the person who initiates communication, to transfer their thoughts or encode a message. And this message is sent to the receiver, a person who receives the message, and finally the receiver must decode or interpret the message. Effective communication requires a shared language and understanding of common concepts. General types of communication include verbal, non-verbal, visual, written, and active listening. Now, the ways through which teachers can improve their communication skills are as follows. First is be consistent. Like if the teachers are not communicating consistently, then how will people trust that they are receiving the right information at the right time? Second is reach out more often. A vast majority of students surveyed and said that they want their college to communicate with them the same amount or more through email, personalized communication, and reminders or alerts. Third is make it personal. So more the personalization paid to the students, more will be the chances of improving existing communication. Achieving this requires knowing your audience to greatest possible degree. Fourth is building trusted relationships. So trusted relationship can be built up between the students studying in current year and their alumni through email, feedback, and timely conferences. Fifth is building connection. Teachers can improve their communication skills by building connection, since networking is essential to secure a job post-graduation students need in similar fields. Sixth is make it rewarding. Like organizing the programs for alumni in terms of rewarding also provides the occasion and opportunities of communicating and achieving the skills. And the next is teamwork. So doing more teamwork activities and group work, a great way to enhance the communication skills. So teamwork and collaboration are skills that are transferable. Next is body language. So communication is not only verbal but also non-verbal, and while trying to learn our communication skills, we must ensure that the signals that we are giving out through our body language are positive, confident, and engaging. Next is active listening. So listening component of communication should not be overlooked. By listening, also both teachers and students learn a lot, and various communication skills develop automatically, not only by speaking but by listening also. And the last is feedback. So it is a very important component of communication in classroom. So getting proper feedback helps teachers to realize their mistake and work in that direction. Let us see the last assignment of MAEDU, that is MAS 104. Last assignment. Third is identify a content from the subject of your choice at higher education level and describe the various components that you would consider while preparing instructional strategy for transacting the same content in the classroom. So here we are supposed to select any of the topic of your choice from higher education level. Okay, it could be any of your favorite title, and regarding that you then need to extend few points, like what are the components which you need to mention for that topic based on the instructional strategy. For this, first is gaining attention, second is informing the learner of objectives, third is stimulating the recall of the prior learning, fourth is presenting the stimulus material, fifth is providing learning guidance, sixth is eliciting the performance, seventh is providing feedback about performance correctness, and eighth is assessing the performance. So imparting your lecture on your topic is very relevant to take care of the above components of instructional strategy. And of these above mentioned components, the most important ones are learning objectives, learning activities, and assessments. So these three are popularly termed as the magic triangle because of its effectiveness and results and implication, right? So accordingly you go on extending the things as per because before moving ahead and expecting the positive results from your student side, it becomes important firstly to bring their attention towards what they are going to study today. It is very wise to connect your students with something they have previously heard or knew about that topic. So of course the topic or that word might have some sort of connection with their memory or their knowledge. It becomes very relevant to depict the learners about the reason and the objectives of the topic as to why you took that topic for them to teach it. And then you can present a model of that particular topic, any sort of chart or any sort of sample showing the part of that thing in a structural or functional way. Okay, so it would act as a kind of stimulus material for them, which would help them to give them proper response. And then to present the learning guidance, you should share with them some tips and tricks to understand and learn all those basic types and parts of that model and how it's functioning, so that you need to, and nextly you need to elicit their performance. Means you should try to extract the information from them only about their understanding of the topic and also their interest towards the topic. And then you can provide your students the feedback on their understanding, and this will help them to make certain modifications in their own way. And then finally you can assess the entire performance, which is actually the most important part.
Alright.